guys, welcome to Darrell Intense. I'm out here on a weekend night. Good chance of rain, which means a good opportunity to camp in a tarp and to see how well it repels water. So I'm going to tie a ridge line between these two trees and set up the tarp tonight and put the wood stove in, and we're going to see how it works. Tonight, you know, the last time I camped and cooked fettuccine Alfredo, I used a little bag dehydrated thing. It wasn't worth my time. Tonight, thanks to Steve Wallace, I've got the knockoff recipe that Olive Garden uses for chicken fettuccine Alfredo. So tonight, chicken fettuccine Alfredo done on the wood stove inside the tarp. And for dessert, a little lemon meringue pie in a pie iron. Stick around, it's gonna be good. So I've tied a bowl in here, and I'm putting a stick in, which will be a great quick release when I go to break camp tomorrow. I think we got a pretty good amount of space in it, though.
Stove inside.
Right.
That's true.
And I'm not going to cut up a, $250, $300 tent. Well, there wouldn't be room anyway. Okay, so I'll put the other wind door, just this end cap, on the other side, but I'm going to load all my gear in there first. And thanks to Scott, who's helping me move stuff around. That's his Jeep back there, and he's also running the camera. He's the guy behind the camera and making sure we've got everything we need. Okay, we're going to load stuff in, and then we're going to start thinking about dinner tonight. Fettuccine Alfredo with chicken, and for dessert, how about some lemon meringue pie on a pie iron? Okay, well, hey, so I'm inside the tent, and I'm getting ready to start the fire because we're getting ready to start dinner. We've got everything up. There's plenty of space here, inside of here, but I'm going to light the fire, and then we'll get started on dinner, okay? Two strikes. That's pretty good. Okay, so I've got the fettuccine. I've got the water boiling for the fettuccine in an MSR wind burner, and once that comes to a rolling boil, I'm going to drop the fettuccine in. I've broken the fettuccine in half, probably the size of a silver dollar is what the girth that I have, and it's half, so probably, I don't know, 4 inches, 5 inches. Going to put that in the MSR wind burner and let it boil for about 15 minutes, making sure it doesn't run over. While that's going on, I'm going to put I'm going to start the Alfredo sauce up on top. And for the record, if you're wondering how this stove works, with just very minor flame, actually, we're at 298 degrees Fahrenheit, 300, just hit 300 right there in the middle of that box. So it works out, it works really well. So I'm going to start the fettuccine Alfredo sauce, and while the water is boiling, and yeah, let's do this thing. I'll put the recipe in the description so you can see exactly how we're making it. But yes, we're using real heavy whipping cream. We've got minced garlic. I've got Parmesan cheese and a stick of butter. And it's really not complicated. A pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. It's not a complicated recipe at all, but it is fantastic. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll show you once we get the pasta going, and I'll holler at you once we get the Alfredo sauce going. Okay, so I've got my whipping cream, 2 cups of whipping cream, and I've already pre-measured my minced garlic. And man, I'll tell you what, it's probably a good thing I don't have my wife with me tonight, because this place reeks of garlic. But that's not a bad thing. There we go. So we're putting the pre-measured allotment of the minced garlic in. All right, and then I'm going to add the pinch of salt and pepper. I need to find my salt and pepper. This is my camp kitchen. Everything that has to do with cooking, I put in here. And really it works pretty darn good. So somewhere in here, I have got my salt and pepper shaker. Yeah, so I'm melting a stick of butter in with the 2 cups of cream and the salt and pepper. And once I melt the butter and get this all simmering, then I'm going to drop in the measurement of grated Parmesan cheese and melt that in there. And that is Alfredo sauce. We've got the fettuccine. I've got the fettuccine in a rolling boil. I'm keeping an eye on that in the MSR wind burner. And obviously I've got my hands full. I can't show you that. I should have showed you that, but I can't. Just trust me, it is. I'll show you the wind burner when we finish up here. Okay, I'm going to keep melting the butter, and then I'll get back with you. All right, we've got the butter melted. Now I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese. Grated Parmesan, and I'm gonna let that dissolve, or at least grab hold, and then I'll be ready for dinner. I might have a lot for one person here, but it's gonna work. All right, I'll get back with you. Okay, the last piece, just so this will warm up, I've got Tyson Premium Chunk White Chicken Breast, and I'm actually gonna put it into the sauce so that it will warm up. All right, and that's all I'm going to do. Is I just want to warm it before I pour the whole thing over my fettuccine. All right. Okay, well, I'm left-handed, so I'm kind of doing this right-handed because I want you to be able to see. Got the fettuccine. Look at that. The chicken kind of went to the bottom, but that's okay. And this was not in a box, folks. This is because I love you, because I care for you, because you're subscribers. By the way, if you're not a subscriber, why? Why would you not be a subscriber? I invite you right now. Stop. I'll wait. I'm serving my. I'm getting my Alfredo sauce. But if you want to, why don't you go ahead and click that subscribe button? If you like this video, you're welcome. It doesn't cost you to do that either. You can like the video. You can click the subscribe button. You can click the bell next to the subscribe button, and every time I post a new video, you're gonna get a notification. All right, let's see what we got here. Mix that around in that goodness. Can you see what we got here? Fettuccine Alfredo on a campfire, on a camp out, under a tarp, on a wood stove. 80% chance of rain tonight. Oh, I hope it rains, just so I get a chance to see how the tarp works out. All right, I'm gonna say grace, and then I'm gonna eat. Thanks. I'll catch up with you when it's time for dessert. Well, we're going to start some desserts. Man, great. The Fettuccine Alfredo, exactly the recipe that I'll put in the description. It works absolutely perfect. And I'll tell you, if you get the Parmesan cheese on the stovetop while you're pouring it into the pot, you will get smoke from the burning Parmesan cheese. But you know what? Hey, it's such is life, right? Okay, so you know I'm a big fan of pie irons. You know that, don't you? And the reason is because they're just so doggone simple. So I'm going to spray with Pam, and what we're doing tonight is, again, we're going with the, so what I'm doing is I've got these croissant, well, it's crescent sheets of dough is what it is. So I pop that open, like we do, and I'm going to take my knife, and all I want to do is cut about 3 inches across, and I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to put the lemon curd tonight with about, I don't know, as many marshmallows as I can fit on top. Then I'll fold the whole thing over like I do, and then I cook it up, and it's a nice little lemon meringue punch right in the mouth is what it is, and pretty fantastic. So let me figure out how I'm going to get this cut. Then I'll get back with you once I'm putting the lemon and everything inside. Okay. Okay. So what I've got here is lemon curd, and this stuff is fantastic and highly potent. And I've got butter all over my fingers, and the jar's wet. There we go. Okay. I've got lemon curd. And this stuff is highly, oh my gosh, that smells fantastic. And what you do is you take that lemon curd and you put that on there and you spread that around. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to show it to you in just a second. I'll pull it up here. Hold on. Hold on, buddies. I'm not gonna leave you. Not gonna leave you hanging. Let me find my mini marshmallows. Mini marshmallows. I don't know, half dozen of them. Yeah, about that many. Just as many as you can fit on top of that lemon curd. Oh yeah. That's good. All right. So take a look here. I've got my croissant dough, I've got the lemon curd, and I've got the mini marshmallows. Then I'm going to fold this over on top of itself. Try and keep all of that goodness in there. Pinch the sides like so, right? Take the top, and then I'm going to put it in the fire. And coincidentally, I made this box with a hole large enough to handle the pie irons. That's what we do. All right. That's been going. What I like to do is about, what I like to do is about 30 seconds on each side for 2 minutes. Now look at that. Are you kidding me? A beautiful golden brown, and watch this. Look at that. Beautiful golden brown, marshmallow, lemon curd. You got yourself a party. Let me find a plate and a knife and a fork, Let me cut that for you and show you what we got. Put that on a wood plank. Let me find my knife. Now, a lot of times I would put whipped buttercream icing on top of that. But I don't feel any need to do that when I'm talking about lemon curd and mini marshmallows on the inside of there, okay? I know some people get all excited about, oh, I love putting sandwich bread in there. You put cherries on there, and you got yourself a cherry pie. No, that's a cherry sandwich. This is a pie right there. Ouch. Lemon curd's hot. So what we've got is a lemon pastry with meringue in there with marshmallows, mini marshmallows, lemon curd, and crescent sheet dough. And yeah, it's a party in your mouth. I'm gonna let it cool down because that lemon curd's still a little warm, but that's not a bad way to finish off a fettuccine alfredo. All right, I think it's cooled down. Wow. Lemon, curd, and mini marshmallows on a croissant. This is a nice cap after chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Beautiful. Once again, the fire is drawing very nicely. All the smoke's going out the back just exactly the way you'd want it to do. Love it. All right, well, I'm going to start thinking about bedtime, and I'll catch you before I go to sleep. All right, gang, it's 11 o'clock, and time for good boys and girls to go to bed. So I'm going to call it a night. Got an early 6 o'clock wake-up call, and they're calling for 80% chance of rain tonight. So I think we've got a good opportunity to see just exactly how this tarp handles a storm. I'll keep you posted if there's any news. Otherwise, I'll talk to you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's 6 o'clock straight up, about 50 degrees outside. It rained pretty good last night, a little bit of thunder, and a little bit of rain on the tarp, but I am bone dry. I'm going to get up. We'll inspect the tarp and make sure everything's still tight, and I'll show you that. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. Now that's a view in the morning right there. Beautiful. Cloudy morning, but the rain has ended, at least for now. Check out the amount of space. I mean, easily, I could fit 2 guys in here. Easily. And you could probably squeeze a 3rd one in. But man, I had a little Taj Mahal. And out here, the tarp's still tight. Stakes are still tight. It's just been rained on. Well, listen, I'm going to get started. Look at that, coming up over the top of the hill, starting to come together. I'm going to start my day. Invite you to do the same. Thanks for joining me today. If you like the video, click the like button. If you are not a subscriber, click the subscribe button. And if you click the bell right next to the subscribe button, every time I post a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. God bless.